Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be making this awesome refined storage system that's behind me. So I just spent a lot of time in the Nether gathering up a ton of resources. You can see in here, I even killed a ghast. Found some actual draconium dust down there as well. Went ahead and took my table so I could auto repair my stuff. I gained 43 levels because every time you break this nether quartz, it gives you levels. And we do have a bunch of nether quartz. Unfortunately, you can't sort this inventory here, but you can sort this inventory. And that's how much of that I got. Let's get some other expensive stuff out of here. And let's see if I can't put it away. Gas tier is definitely important. Alright, so I should be able to fill this all up. I do want to create a chest from actually additions for a little bit more storage. Let's see, put this guy in here as well. He's got power left 138. Okay, this one has 110. This one has 6.44%. So these guys are really good right here. I haven't gotten into the resonance. They're the deep resonance yet, but we might get into that. Alright, so I got a bit of this in here. I got some cinnabar and some stuff. I don't know what this is. There's a bunch of stuff down there that I had no idea. There was even a slime island down in the nether. So that was something new. Okay, so this is full. We can fit some more of this stuff in there. I might put this over in this chest. Not exactly sure what this is all about. Okay, so an industrial electrolyzer. Turns it into sulfur. Okay. And this stuff gets turned into sulfur and zinc dust. Or zinc dust. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a chest from actually additions. These chests are awesome. I think I might need a little bit of wood. I think all it requires is just wood. So if we search actually additions, there is a few crates that they have. The small storage crate is going to be perfect for us right now. As you can see, it just requires some sticks, which we can go ahead and get a few sticks, because that's a lot of what it requires, and then of course a lot of wood and logs. Okay, so storage crate, basically get one of these guys, and we're gonna need 4 chests. Let's go back. Regular chest, there we go. 4 of those, and then we can go ahead and make the rest. Alright, now these chests are pretty cool. If I go ahead and place it right here, it looks pretty bland, but on the inside, massive storage. Massive storage in there. And I'm going to put a lot of the nether stuff all in here that we have gathered up. So almost everything that we have can be stored in here from the nether. Okay. So a lot of that's taken care of. This inventory can be sorted and everything. I might switch it to my pressure, or just make some more. Probably make more and stack them on top of each other. But in this episode, we want to get into some refined storage, so I have a place to store more stuff and be able to craft a lot better. So we're going to get into making that thing today. So let's get refined storage, and we're going to take a look at a few things. We've already made the controller. I made that last episode. Alright, so once we have the controller, we need to find some way to power, get some good constant power. And I was looking at possibly solar panels, and we have a few options for solar panels. I don't know if we can go with compact solar arrays. It's a bit expensive. Like, these things require a lot of stuff that we don't have, so we can't really do that. I was wondering if we could possibly get into the regular solar panels again, like I did in Sky Factory, but I don't know if that's going to work either. But I did get a recommendation from, if I can pronounce it, Lithian. I think that's right. It said for decent and cheap power gen, use thermal expansion. You can pulverize coal, then magma crucible it, then run it through 2 fractional distillers. He said not sure if that's the name. Then into a compression dynamo, and it generates 2 million RF per bucket, or per 1,000 millibuckets, which is a bucket. So I don't exactly know how to get started with that, because we're going to need a magma crucible. Can pulverize coal. So look at thermal expansion. There we go. There's thermal expansion. You can a pulverizer, if there's a pulverizer right here. So it's going to need some machine blocks and stuff like that. So you can pulverize coal. And then magma crucible. Is there a magma crucible? There should be. And that requires a few things. We're going to need nether brick. Is there a way to make nether brick? Yes, there is. You can smelt netherrack. So that is possible. Anything else in here? Invar. How do you make Invar? Okay, Invar requires the nickel and iron. Okay, so nickel and iron will work. And then he says to run it through 2 fractional distillers. So I think he's talking about this. Forces fluids, refines fluids into their products. Okay. And what does this require? Some glass, some copper, and some nickel. And then compresses it. It'll generate, okay. And then into a compression dynamo. Compression dynamo right here. Alright, so this is going to take redstone coil, some silver. I think we have a lot of this stuff to get up and running. It looks like. Just looks like a lot of crafting. Okay, so make sure I get a bunch of iron, a bunch of silver, a bunch of tin. I'll just take a lot of my good materials here. Gold, of course. There we go. I'll take all of that. And I think it requires, of course, some stone. Cobblestone, possibly. Alright, let's get to crafting some of this stuff. So I'm going to need a pulverizer to get started. Now, all these do require power, so... to get power in the first place, I may just want to wait and just get the refined storage up, and then use that to power. So that's going to be, I'll definitely try that. I'll try to use that power generation. But I'm going to use the other power generation I got going on over on the side to power this temporarily. It's going to provide more than enough power. Alright, so we need a grid. And to get these, we're going to need, let's see, a gold processor, which is the improved processor. And we're going to need a bunch of this enriched quartz. Go ahead and get us a grid first. We're gonna need 2 gold cooked up and 2 silicon cooked up. So let me get my silicon. I think I put it in a chest somewhere. Probably in one of these. But I'm gonna need to make a bunch more of that anyways, so that's not that big of a deal. It might actually still be in this chest over here. Okay. Let's just get some silicon through the quartz that I have. We'll do a stack of quartz. That will get cooking up. We'll need 6 iron cooked up. And what else do we need? We need, or 6 gold cooked up, sorry. We're also going to need some diamonds cooked as well. Just 1 diamond, I think, at the moment. And what else? We're gonna need basic processors, which requires printed basic, which is an iron. So we're going to get that done. We already have iron on us. So let's get 6 of those as well. Might actually do 8 of each. And that should be most of everything we need. We are going to need some redstone, and I do have blocks of that. So that is not that big of an issue. I did not want to break that all down, unfortunately. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. We are going to have this up and running really fast. I should be getting pretty good at making this thing. I've already made it once. And let's see. We already have the silicon. Oh, is this not... This will not cook it. Okay, so we do have to make the solderer first. And the solderer requires sticky piston, which is simple enough, and the quartz enriched iron. Okay, so let me get rid of some of this redstone. And we'll work on making the sticky piston. Alright. Now that's enough redstone. Okay, sticky pistons. Let's go ahead and get some slime. There we go. And we'll make those 2 things. The solderer just needs to be hooked up to power, I do believe. There we go. I don't know why that is in there. Alright. And then we'll just get our sticky pistons. And make them sticky. Keeps throwing the silver in there. Don't know why. There we go. And this should get some power from this. I don't know if the controller... I don't know if it has to be next to the controller. It might actually have to be next to the controller. And the controller is right here. Probably does. So I'll put the controller right here for now. It's generating power. And then I'll put the solderer, why not, right on top for now. Alright, and the solderer we can throw... There we go. And that should get us everything we need. I think we just need 2 of these for now. And while we go craft it, I'll put the rest of the iron in, because I think we need that for the 1K storage units. The 1K storage... Actually, the 1K storage just uses silicon. Perfect. And then we'll get these up and running. Now, the crafting grid does require printed silicon. The printed silicon goes in here just like that. So let me get the silicon. There we go. And we will automate the solderer. The solderer is super easy to automate. Basically automated within refined storage itself. I think we're gonna need, how many of these? 1. So 4 just for the grid itself. And then 1 more for the crafting monitor. Let's see, not the crafting monitor, the crafting grid. There we go. The crafting grid is what I want. That requires an advanced processor, so we're gonna need 5 of these. So I can take you out, and let's go ahead and make 2 of those. These are gonna take a little while because we don't have speed upgrades in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut until I get all this stuff done, and I'll be right back when I get this stuff ready. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I have everything ready to go to make the crafting grid. All I need is to make this machine case, which I now have that, and I'm going to need a construction core. Got that guy. And I'm going to need a deconstruction core. And I can go ahead and make a crafting table and make the grid itself. There we go. And I just have to cook these things up inside of my solderer. So, just like so, to make the crafting grid, just place everything in there in the solderer. It's going to take a little bit, put everything together, and you'll have a crafting monitor. Now we're going to need some kind of storage. So while we're waiting for that, let's look at our storage system. So we could make a drive right now. And the drive requires a chest and another advanced processor and a machine casing. So it's not that expensive, but the drive per drive does require extra power. So we might go that route. I think we should. I think we should go the disk drive route. We're just going to need another advanced processor. Not that bad, though. Just one more diamond. This will make crafting a ton faster and make these episodes a lot more enjoyable. Because crafting will take literally no time at all. And especially with auto crafting, once we start getting farther on down the line, that'll make things even easier. Okay, so I need one more redstone. There we go. Good thing I made a few more of those printed silicon. And then we're going to need another case. There we go. And a chest. And that will give us a drive. Alright, so with the drive, we need a few drives itself. And the 1K storage disk will probably be the easiest for us to make. Just requires some glass, some redstone, and a 1K storage part. The 1K storage part just requires some glass. I think it is glass in general. You can scroll through here. Yes, it's just glass. Okay. And it's also word dictionary with another type of silicon. Okay. So we have a bunch more silicon. I'm actually going to throw more of this in there to cook up more silicon. It's getting dark out, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this drive, because I think we have everything for that. Make the drive. Alright, that'll cook up, and by the time we get done making some processors, I think we will be good. Let's just get us some redstone. And the silicon is cooking up. We have some right here. And it did require some glass. So let's get us some glass. Okay, so right here is our 1K storage disk. I think I want to go with a 4K though. If we can. It's going to require a bunch of these. So we can get 3 of these will get us a 4K. Looks like we can go with 2 4Ks. That would be perfect if that's what we can do. And 2 4K storage disks just requires some more of the enriched quartz. Let's see how much we actually have. What are we missing? Oh, the 4K storage part requires more basic processors. So I don't think we're quite there yet. Just the basic processors require more redstone, more iron, of course, and let's see, requires 4 per, and we have 3, so we're gonna need 8 basic processors. 8 basic processors. So I'll have to remember that number. So we'll need 8 iron at least. We'll need 8 redstone, and we'll need 8 printed silicon that is already transferred. Okay, so let's get this out. There is a lot of crafting involved with getting started, but that's fine. So that's 5. That will make 8. And actually we need 1 less. There we go. We can save that just for later. This will get us our basic printed silicon. And we're going to have to also convert some of these to we're going to have to do 8 iron. There we go. There we go. We'll get that done. There's 8 of those. And the good thing about this solder is you can actually put a lot more items in here, like you can actually stack them. Pretty sure in Applied Energistics you cannot stack the items inside the machine in the press with Applied Energistics 2. So that's kind of a sucky thing. And I don't think this is using that much power. It should say It's using 3 RS a tick, which is the same as RF. It's just called RS for refined storage. Alright, so we're getting real close. And the last one should be about done. And we have our storage drive already. I don't think this is like where I want to keep my storage system, but for now this is what we'll have to deal with until I move things around. If I put my grid down, things will become a lot more expensive with power. So we'll do 8 of those, 8 of those, and 8 of those. And that will get us 8 of the storage disks that we're going to need to put in here. Alright, so we can, with refined storage, you can actually place these anywhere and you could connect them, and there's no like limit to cables like there is in Applied Energistics 2. So all these, like you can have this crafting grid connected to 100 other crafting grids from refined storage, and all it's going to cost you is a little bit more power. And the power, of course, is coming from this block down here, the controller. And here's our crafting grid. Of course, we have nothing in here at the moment because we have no storage system, because there's no disks in our storage. But this is cooking up slow enough that I'm about to get my 4th one, and then we can go ahead and make one of those 4K disks. So here's the 4K disk. There we go, 4K storage, 4K disk. Do I have enough? Yes, I do. Alright, so there's my 4K storage disk. That's going to go right inside here. Bam. Now we have 4K going. If I could get back there, I'd show you how much power it's actually taking. I do need to make some wires, so I can actually throw all of this stuff in here now. Thankfully, finally, we have an actual awesome storage. As you can see, the 4K, when this mod is talking about 4K, it's really talking about per item. So this is unlike Applied Energistics, where it has like a 64K or 1K storage for Applied Energistics would mean that you could fit a bunch of different items in there, but the quantity of the items would affect the storage amount. Whereas this one, literally when it says 4,000, it means 4,000 specific items, like individual items. So, like this 7 iron is actually taking up 7 of those slots, and this 13 is taking up 13 of them slots. So that's something to remember, and we'll have that part in there. These guys are cooked up, so now we can throw this in here and should be able to make our other 4K storage disk. That's a housing. I need the 4K storage itself. There we go, and I can throw this in there now, and I can craft it through this crafting grid. Nice and neat. Awesome. Now we have 8K worth of storage. That is perfect. Now I can clear out a lot of these chests here, and this should hold everything now. Wish I could just click everything in there, but it doesn't work that way. So yeah, it's filling up a little bit, but I think we have enough room to hold basically everything in here. I don't want to put the tiny coal in here quite yet. But yeah, the storage can now hold a ton of stuff. 8K is a lot beginning. Just to keep that in mind, that 8K will last you quite a while. There is some kind of bug right now. These should actually be lit up in blue, but probably because it's up next to this Stirling generator here. But I don't think we're using that much energy. These don't require too much energy to run, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, we now have refined storage. How awesome is that? Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching.